Hey, this is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. If you do my channel, that will help me out. I really appreciate the love and attention and respect the audience has given me and my channel. I sincerely appreciate that. I know some of you out there giving me the nickname Mr. Clean. I don't think I look too much like him, but first of all, Mr. Clean is more fit than me, probably a lot younger than me, got more muscles than me. I'm old and frail. You don't have any muscles. Back in the day, it was a different story though. But we can get into this video. In this video, we're going to talk about the year 1966. And what inspired me to do this video is this book. It's called Hal Lifton's 1966, A Personal View of the Coolest Year in Pop Culture History. That inspired me to show some album covers from 1966. The author of this book, I came across this book around the time it came out. The author was doing a radio interview and talking about this book. So that inspired me to go out and buy the book. And he pretty much talks about the year 1966 in pictures and text. And it's an interesting book. He talks about, you know, toys, music, fashion, cars, all aspects of pop culture in this book. Like I said, mainly through pictures and text. And it's an interesting book to flip through. Hal Lifton's 1966, A Personal View of the Coolest Year in Pop Culture History. I love this book. But 1966 was an interesting year for music. And by the way, what do you think is the coolest year in pop culture history and music? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Do you think it's 1966, 67, 68, 69, or 1971 for that matter? Or somewhere in the 80s? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. But 1966, before I get to album covers, 1966 was a cool year. Yeah, television shows like The Avengers, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was a great series. The first two seasons, the first season and a half were just tremendous. You got TV shows like Mission Impossible. I think the first year was 1966. What a groundbreaking and phenomenal, well-written show Mission Impossible was. He had one of the best comedies of all time in Don Adams and Get Smart. I Spy was on in 1966. And you had movies like Thunderball. What a great James Bond, Sean Connery movie Thunderball was. And people were still buzzing about the 1964 hit Goldfinger in 1966. What a groundbreaking, iconic movie Goldfinger was. And in sports, this great pitcher, his career ended too soon. He had major issues with his throwing arm. Sanford Koufax, otherwise known as Sandy Koufax, he retired in 1966. Who knows what heights he could have went to if he didn't have those injury issues with his arm. The great Sandy Koufax retired in 1966. And you have fabulous group like Arthur Lee and Love in 1966. But the albums I'm going to show you were issued in 1966. That's the purpose of this video, show you albums that were actually issued in 1966. This is not meant to be a comprehensive list of albums, just a small sample size of albums that were actually shown in this book, by the way. Some were chosen from the book and some by me. There are some glaring omissions. Like I said, this is a short sample size. Like I forgot to bring out the Rolling Stones and, you know, groups like that. But like I said, a short sample size from the albums that were actually issued in 1966. And I'm going to start with a CD. And it's Simon and Garfunkel, The Sounds of Silence. What a great, iconic duo Simon and Garfunkel were. They were just over-the-top tremendous. Great vocalists, great voices, great songs, simply amazing. And we're going to get to the Turtles. The album and the smash hit You Baby from 1966, one of my favorite groups of all time, the Turtles. Jefferson's Airplane, Takes Off. This is a version of the group before Grace Slick joined. You had Signe Anderson as a female vocalist. Jefferson Airplane takes off. Buffalo Springfield. Love this album. Now this album includes a song For What It's Worth, but my favorite song on this album is Nowadays Clancy Can't Even Sing. That's my favorite album on this great Buffalo Springfield album. Matter of fact, I think Analog Acoustic Sounds is going to reissue this album as part of the Atlantic 75 series, which I'll probably buy, the reissue version. The Mothers of Invention and Freak Out. Great album from 1966. And one of my favorite albums of all time. I know I mentioned this a lot in my videos, but Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. This is Herb Alpert presents Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. This is where premiere album with the great Lanny Hall lead vocals. Dionne Warwick. Here Where There Is Love. On this album, she has Trains and Boats and Planes and Alfie. Great album from 1966. Dionne Warwick. This album, I love it especially because of one song. This is a mono version of the record. It's called Soulin' by Lou Rawls. And he has a great version of the song, where is it? It Was a Very Good Year. He has a great version of the song, It Was a Very Good Year, made famous by Frank Sinatra. And when you listen to the song, if you find it on YouTube, listen to the lead-in first. There's a lead-in song called Old Man's Memories. So listen to Old Man's Memories, and then It Was a Very Good Year. This is a great album by Lou Rawls. This is a mono version of the record, which I'm going to have to listen to my mono cartridge, and the companion stereo version. Brother Bob Dylan. Got to include Bob Dylan on this video. Brother Bob Dylan. The Four Tops Live. What a great, tremendous group they were. Great vocalists, great soul, great R&B sound. The Four Tops Live in 1966. This album I love because, first of all, I love the cover. The Emancipation of Hugh Masekela. But there's one song on here, it's called What Is Wrong with Groovin', where Hugh Masekela is singing the song. And I love his effort on the song, What Is Wrong with Groovin'. He's belting it out on that song. This is a movie, the music from the television series The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., which stars Stephanie Powers and Noel Harrison. This TV show obviously was a spinoff from The Man from U.N.C.L.E., but sadly it only lasted 1 year. But the music on this album is quite good, in my opinion. It really is. Music from the television series The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. This brother was the greatest singers of all time. Otis Redding live at the Whiskey A Go Go, issued in 1966. This is one of the most iconic album covers of all time, and it includes one of the more iconic songs of all time. What a Perfect Match, Herb Alpert, Whipped Cream, and Other Delights. And his song, A Taste of Honey, is the greatest instrumental song of that song of all time. Nobody could touch Herb Alpert's version of the song. This album came out in 1966. Da Capo by the group Love, led by Arthur Lee. On the song, I love the song Stephanie Knows Who, Orange Skies. And a lot of people don't like that long song on side 2. I love that song. Most people don't like it. It's called Revelation. Arthur Lee and Love. Donovan. I think this is one with Sunshine Superman. Donovan in his great album, Sunshine Superman. The greatest pop band of all time. In my opinion, nobody comes close. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Revolver by the Beatles. My favorite song on this album is Tomorrow Never Knows. Although Eleanor Rigby is very close. I should take that back. Maybe I should say Eleanor Rigby's 1 and Tomorrow Never Knows is 2. But this American version also includes Yellow Submarine on it as well. Revolver by the Beatles. Frank Sinatra was hotter than hot in 1966. I think he came out like something like 3 or 4 albums. Here's Frank Sinatra at the Sands. And this includes the Count Basie Orchestra, arranged and conducted by Quincy Jones, and you have Frank Sinatra. What album of superstars. This is a great live album by Frank Sinatra. Like I said, he was hot in 1966. You have That's Life by Frank Sinatra. What a great song. Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra. I don't know if he won a Grammy that year. I assume he did. I have to check and see, but he's probably competing to get himself. And his daughter, Nancy Sinatra, with her iconic song, Boots. A great pop band from 1966, the Beau Brummels. Great instrumental sound of the Ventures. Batman theme, Green Hornet, Secret Agent, Man from U.N.C.L.E., and Get Smart theme. Great theme album. The Ventures. And this is the last one. This group was created for television. What a great group they were. And a very good television show too. About 4 dudes hanging out the beach for the most part. The Monkees. Like I said, that was not meant to be a comprehensive list of albums from 1966. It's just a small sample size. There's some glaring omissions. There's a lot of great albums issued in 1966 in the field of jazz, pop, soul, R&B, a lot of them. There's just a small sample size. Like I said, not a comprehensive list, but please leave some of your favorites in the comment section below. I had to include some model kits from the 60s. These are reissue sets, not original issues. The 1967 Shelby Mustang and a 1963 reissue Corvette model kit. But please leave your comments in the comment section below. Was 1966 the coolest year in pop culture and music? What do you think is? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless, strong love, and keep the peace worldwide.